Okay, well, so in a preface to the Sunday Zoom call we're going to do, I'm just going to throw something together here. Maybe answer some quick questions. I'll start with saying that I place my spouse, or I tell my people to place a spouse in a strong leg. That's contrary to what I told my team in the very beginning. I used to argue for hours on end with Jason Diebold about this, and he was right and I was wrong, because I used to tell my people weak leg. But so here's why I tell people strong leg. Okay, so if this is your strong leg and you've got lots of coaches down here, okay, and then you're building over here, right? So we'll use zeros for you. And then if you put your spouse over here, or if you teach your team to put your spouse over here, then you always know you're going to have a solid coach over here. Let me preface this actually with saying spouse accounts, your spouse has to know what's going on, right? We just left CAB. If Coach Relations calls your husband or your wife and asks them about their account, they can't say, you know what, I have no idea what's going on with that account. I don't touch it. My spouse does all of that. They have to have a basic understanding of what's going on here. It can't just be you 100%. So just make sure, that they understand what's going on. Beachbody lets us build or help our spouses in these, but it can't be us 100%. So if you put a coach over here, then if you put your spouse over here, and I'll put a little S there for spouse, then what that lets them do is build 4 coaches over here, and they're still emerald. But if they put their spouse over here and they're building over here and this person goes inactive because it's not their spouse, then they've got 4 coaches over here, but they're not even emerald because they're missing one over here. So you're always guaranteed yourself to be emerald at this point, right? And that plays off later because this is your profit leg, this is your weak leg. And so when you go to 1 star, because you've been pounding coaches over here, now you're 1 star, you can come over here and you can start building. And you can build down this way if you want, or you can make your spouse emerald, or your spouse can make themselves emerald, right? And then when you come in, because this is your strong leg, you don't get paid off of your strong leg, generally, right? This is the leg that you don't make money off of, and it really hurts when you have to put coaches over here. But if you come over here and instead of building all the way down here, you start putting your coaches under here, you aren't going to cycle because this is your strong leg, but your spouse is going to cycle. And let's say your spouse is emerald, you're diamond. So instead of making nothing, your spouse is going to make $14, and then you're going to make $1.40. So instead of making nothing for building on your strong leg, your household is making $15.40. But if you build all the way down here, if you keep building outside strong forever, especially if you've got a family account or a spouse account or a second CBC over here, then you're throwing away money. Because when you place, and I always place with my graphical genealogy, when you place your coaches on that strong leg, the thing that I tell my coaches is you build in a straight line until you get to somebody you love, whether that's you or your spouse. Generally, you build in a straight line until you get to somebody you love. So you've got your spouse over here. So if you have to build a coach, build on this side over here, maybe you don't want to build, or your spouse isn't going to build a diamond. You keep building this way until you get that diamond. I'm going to try and draw a diamond. That's a diamond. So now, you've got this other diamond over here. Now you're 2 star, and this coat, if you've got a good, solid, strong leg, that's fantastic. So now your spouse is cycling off of the diamond that you have down here and the account that you have over here. So now you're 2 star, right? Because you got a diamond here that you've been making money off of the volume that they're turning in. And you got a diamond over here, which for every 100 points, your spouse is making $14, $18 if they happen to be diamond. And then you make 10% of that. So then when you go 2 star, what I tell my people is that second CBC goes over here. I'm going to say that says second CBC. Okay? Some people will tell you to put it over here. That's fine. I like this because, you know, again, now you have a family account or a CBC on either side. So now whether or not you stay 2-star, it's always up to you, because you've got a spouse account over here that you can help, and you've got your second CBC over here that you can help. But here's where it gets fantastic, guys, right? And I'm running out of dry erase board. But so, you know, you need to build this and get it going. But now when you're building over here, after you've got this strong leg on CBC2 going, even if you're sponsoring, say you're rocking for 5-star, or you're rocking for 10-star, you're rocking for whatever your team is. I mean, if you're on the wall, you're 5-star already. But so when you get down to your second CBC, which is diamond, you made that diamond. So even if you're sponsoring by here, you come down and graphically place underneath here. And so now CBC1 is placing on the inside leg of CBC2. So for that 100 points that you're normally getting out of your inside leg, instead of making just $18 for that 100 points, if you come down and you cut on the inside of CBC2, CBC2 makes $18 also, and then this one makes $1.80. So instead of $18, you're making $37.80 off of the same exact 100 points. But if you keep building strong outside leg always, or always building on the outside leg, then you're throwing money away, because CBC2 doesn't make $18. You don't make $1.80. And it just goes on and on and on from there. And if you've got these CBCs on either side, you'll never have to worry about, well, you know what? I want to stop at 9-star because I don't make money wherever. Because now, if you've got a CBC on either side, no matter where you build, you'll forever make money. I don't understand when people talk about, you know, that they want to chase rank, or they want to chase volume instead of rank. Because, you know, in my mind, and I'm not the end all be all, right? I'm sure there's other opinions from people who make a lot more money than me, but for the way that my brain works, now I can make money no matter where I put my coaches. Whether it's over here for 100 points, I make $37.80, or over here, you know, if my spouse account is Emerald, then I make $15.40, which is better than nothing if I built on the outside, all the way strong outside, or if I built over here, all the way strong outside, and I only make $18. You build in a straight line until you get to somebody you love. We'll talk about it more Sunday, but, you know, I hope that that's not too confusing for you guys. Anybody have any questions or anything? No. Okay, awesome.